Do you have what it takes to beat the best? The trivia legend, Ken Jennings. The historian, Muffy Morocco. The chess wizard, Jonathan Corblaw. It's time for Masterminds. Here's your host, Brooke Burns.
Hello and welcome to Masterminds, a game of trivia, smarts, and strategy. Let's meet our challengers. He's a lab tech with a master's in biology and is newly engaged. Let's hear it for Dylan. This mother of two loves making holiday cards and loves to bake with her children. It's Nicole. And he's a college dean that loves folk music from New York City. Here's Jeff. Welcome to the show, you guys. Are you ready to play some trivia?
Ready. Do it.
Great, let's do it. And let's say hello to the Masterminds. Hi, guys. Ken, are you ready to play?
Oh, I've been ready, Brooke. I get a little antsy during this chit-chatty part of the show. I'm bored already. Let's have some trivia.
Wow, just for the open even, you're bored.
It's too long. Trivia, trivia.
Here's how we play. I'll ask you a series of trivia questions over 3 rounds of escalating difficulty. At the end of the game, the highest scoring challenger will face the highest scoring mastermind in the ultimate trivia showdown for $10,000. If a challenger wins, they'll get to come back to compete again. And if a challenger wins 3 times, then they will be crowned a mastermind and potentially take the place of one of our masterminds on this stage.
I wouldn't try to take my place. I have booby-trapped this lectern, so be careful.
There's a trap door, but he doesn't know it.
And I have the red button. In round 1, there are 7 subjects, each with a corresponding question. All challengers and masterminds will play. Correct answers are worth 100 points. Good luck, everyone. The first subject is royalty. After announcing his intention to marry Wallis Simpson, which British king abdicated the throne? Henry II, Edward VIII, or George VI? The correct answer is Edward VIII. How'd we do, challengers? All right, Nicole and Jeff, 100 points apiece. Well done. Masterminds, 100 points across the board.
It caused a huge controversy because Wallis Simpson was actually a twice divorced American socialite. So that's 3 strikes against her.
Thank you, Jonathan. The next subject is franchises. In the fast food name Taco Bell, the word bell was originally a reference to what? A type of pepper, a dinner bell, or the founder's last name? The correct answer is the founder's last name. Challengers, how'd we do? All right, Dylan got it for 100 points. Well done. Masterminds, 100 points across the board again.
The founder was named Glenn Bell. He also had a hot dog stand, a hamburger stand. He just wanted people to pay him for lunch.
Thank you, Muffy. The next subject is parenting. With an intimate guest list and smaller scale gifts, a baby shower for your 2nd or 3rd or 4th baby is called what? A sprinkle, a drizzle, or a mist? The correct answer is a sprinkle. Challengers, I knew the mama was gonna know it. Well done, 100 points across the board. Masterminds, Ken and Jonathan, 100 points apiece.
I thought a baby sprinkle was something different.
Like a tinkle? That's tinkle, Ken. Yes, because it's supposed to be that, with all of your other kids, you have the toys and that kind of thing you don't need to add to, but you still need like new diapers and all that kind of stuff. The next subject is athletes. In 2013, long-distance swimmer Diana Nyad became the first person to swim from Cuba to Florida without what type of protection? Shark cage, jellyfish mask, or flotilla of support staff? The correct answer is a shark cage. Challengers, no points on that one. It seems crazy, doesn't it? But you need one swimming in those waters. Masterminds, how about you? All right, Muffy and Jonathan, 100 points apiece.
I remember it was a very huge deal when she actually swam around the island of Manhattan. She didn't need a shark cage for that one, but maybe a garbage mask or something.
Thank you, Jonathan. The next subject is communication. Researchers in Britain have found that people who speak what language use both sides of their brain instead of just the left side? Arabic, Mandarin, or English? The correct answer is Mandarin. Challengers, Yeah, that's what I like to see. 100 points across the board. Well done. Masterminds, 100 points for you as well.
So Mandarin is a tonal language. Usually a language takes up the left side of your brain, but because it has a sort of sing-song quality to it, I think it also engages the right side of your brain. Apparently, people who speak Mandarin are more likely to have perfect pitch.
Oh, that's an interesting fact. Thank you, Muffy. The next subject is architecture. India's Taj Mahal is a mausoleum whose name means what in English? Crown Palace, Crown Tomb, or Crown Jewel? The correct answer is Crown Palace. Challengers. Oh, what were you guys thinking?
Jewel.
Jewel. All right. Masterminds, how about you guys? No, as well. Same thing?
Jewel.
Jewel.
I thought tomb because it was a
Mausoleum.
mausoleum, yeah.
Yeah, misleading. All right, the last subject is entertainment. Before starring in films like From Here to Eternity, what actor had a career as a circus acrobat? Clark Gable, Kirk Douglas, or Burt Lancaster? And the correct answer is Burt Lancaster. Challengers, how do we do on this one? Yeah, all right. Nicole and Jeff, 100 points apiece. Congratulations. Masterminds, another 100 points across the board.
He received an Oscar nomination for that role, but the only acrobatics he had to do was just making out on a beach.
All right, that's it for round one. On our challengers side, we have a tie between Jeff and Nicole with 400 points in the lead. Well done. And for our masterminds, it's Jonathan in the lead with 600 points. When we return, the points get higher and the questions get more difficult as we get closer to determining who will play for $10,000. More masterminds after this. Welcome back to Masterminds. In this round, the first challenger and the first mastermind to buzz in will get the chance to answer and build their score. There are 5 subjects, and correct answers are now worth 200 points. But wrong answers will also cost you 200 points. At the end of this round, the challenger and the mastermind with the lowest scores will be eliminated. Let's play. The first subject is sports. What traditional birthday celebration shares its name with the NCAA basketball regional semifinals? Ken and Dylan are the first to buzz in. Dylan, what did you say?
Sweet 16.
Sweet 16. Ken?
Sweet 16.
Same for you. The correct answer is Sweet 16. Well done, Dylan. 200 points added to your score. And Ken, 200 for you as well.
It was a Kentucky State high school tournament that first started calling their semis the Sweet 16 before the NCAA borrowed the name.
Oh, very cool. Thank you, Ken. The next subject is commerce. Brazil exports the most and Finland drinks the most of what commodity? Jonathan and Nicole are the first to buzz in. Nicole, what did you say?
I said coffee.
Coffee. Jonathan.
I said coffee.
Coffee. The correct answer for 200 points is coffee. Nicole, 200 points added to your score. Are you a coffee drinker?
I am not actually.
Oh, really?
Not at all.
Interesting.
Never
Okay.
liked it.
Neither is Ken. Jonathan, 200 points added for your score.
Scandinavia leads the world in coffee drinkers. Finland, Sweden, Norway, Denmark, all love coffee.
And there's no host that enjoys it more than this girl. The next subject is fun. What game with a mat was patented as an apparatus for playing a game wherein the players constitute the game pieces? Muffy and Nicole are the first to buzz in. Nicole, what did you say?
I said Twister.
Twister. Muffy?
Twister.
Twister. The correct answer is indeed Twister. Well done, Nicole. Another 200 points added to your score. And Muffy, 200 points added to yours as well.
They originally called the game Pretzel because you twist yourself up like a pretzel, and it wasn't much of a hit until they played it on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson.
Well, that's very interesting. I know in our family, I loved playing it because I was a ballerina, and you can dominate at that game. The next subject is magazines. Published in The New Yorker in 1939, James Thurber created what character who has heroic daydreams about himself? Jonathan and Dylan are the first to buzz in. Dylan, what's your answer?
Quixote.
Quixote. Jonathan.
I said Walter Mitty.
Walter Mitty. The correct answer is Walter Mitty. Sorry, Dylan, that's 200 points off your score. Jonathan, 200 added to yours.
They actually made two versions, film versions of The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, one with Danny Kaye and a recent one with Ben Stiller.
All right, thank you, Jonathan. It's time for the final question of this round. This question is worth 400 points. This will determine who will be moving on to the next round. Here is your final subject. The subject is musical instruments. Named for a Greek god, the syrinx is also commonly called what? Ken and Dylan are the first to buzz in. All right, Dylan, what's your answer?
I said lute.
Lute. Ken,
I said pan flute.
pan flute. The correct answer for 400 points is pan flute. Sorry, Dylan, that's 400 points off your score. That means that Nicole and Jeff will be moving on to the next round. Well done. Dylan, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
And for our masterminds, we're going to add 400 points to Ken's score, which means it's going to be Ken and Jonathan moving on. Muffy, we'll see you next time. When we come back, it's Challenger versus Challenger and Mastermind versus Mastermind to determine who will compete in the ultimate trivia showdown for $10,000. More Masterminds after this. It all comes down to this. Which challenger will face the top mastermind for $10,000? We're about to find out. But first, let's get to know them better. So Nicole, tell me about your family.
Well, I've got 2 little boys, 5 and 1, and a husband, Kevin, of 7 years, and we spend a lot of time in the kitchen. Snacks, baking, trying to teach them how to use a mixer and or just the spoon, really, and then the little one just bangs the spoons. So,
Of course, which is also entertaining. Do they have a favorite thing that they like to make with you?
I mean, really anything chocolate, so chocolate chip cookies are a big hit.
Definitely. I have a 3.5-year-old little girl. We made cookies yesterday, and she was piling on candy corn, marshmallows, candy sprinkles, and I was like, okay, that was a fun art project. Now, how do I hide these so she doesn't eat them?
Know the feeling.
You understand.
Yes, for sure.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And Jeff, you're a music lover, I hear.
I am. I may not look like a Deadhead, but I've been dancing in the aisles for The Dead, for Springsteen, for Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Bob Dylan, for almost 50 years.
Oh, goodness. And I don't know what you're talking about. As soon as I saw you, I knew for sure you had a purple stuffed teddy bear. Just kidding. But so you're a big Grateful Dead fan. You've been to a lot of the live shows.
I have, and the music just takes me to a whole different level.
Do you still like to go even without Mr. Garcia?
I have for 25 years now, almost.
Yeah. All right. Well, good luck, you two. In this round, first the challengers and then the masterminds will face off in a timed trivia battle. The first question will be worth 500 points, and each question that follows will be worth an additional 100 points. It's anyone's game. Challengers, are you ready?
Yes.
Great. Let's put 60 seconds on the clock. Good luck. And your time starts now. 500 points. In The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, Tom tricks kids into whitewashing what? Jeff.
Offense.
Correct. 600 points. After 62 years, what seafood company's anonymous mermaid mascot was given the name Catalina? Nicole.
Starbucks.
No. Jeff.
Chicken of the Sea.
Correct. 700 points. The people of New Zealand are nicknamed for what native flightless bird? Nicole.
Kiwi.
Correct. 800 points. Abraham Lincoln's famous Gettysburg Address was delivered as a dedication for what type of site? Jeff.
Military battle.
No. Nicole? Time. Cemetery. 900 points. What style of open-back woman's shoe features a strap encircling the heel of the foot to keep it secure? Jeff.
Stiletto.
No. Nicole.
Ankle strap.
Slingback. 1,000 points. The first African-American athlete to win gold at the Winter Olympics did so in which two-person sport? Jeff.
Bobsled.
Correct. 1,100 points. Mandolin player Bill Monroe is considered the inventor of what style of country music? Oh, tried to get it out, but I couldn't. Jeff, congratulations. You just won $1,000. Bluegrass is correct. You won either way and the chance to play for $10,000. Congratulations, sir. Nicole, thank you so much for being here. It was lovely to have you. Now we just have to determine which mastermind you'll be facing. All right, you know how it works. Crack those knuckles. 60 seconds on the clock. Same rules apply. Good luck, masterminds. And your time starts now. 500 points. If you drive about 190 miles west from Fargo, you'll arrive in what North Dakota capital? Jonathan.
Bismarck.
Correct. 600 points. Since 1969, a silhouette of what Hall of Fame player has served as the logo for the NBA? Ken.
Jerry West.
Correct. 700 points. Heliculture is the farming of what shelled creatures that are cooked as a delicacy? Ken.
Shrimp.
No. Jonathan.
Clams.
Snails. 800 points. Commissioned by Catherine de' Medici in 1564, what public gardens of Paris are found adjacent to the Louvre? Jonathan.
Versailles.
No. Ken.
Luxembourg.
Tuileries. 900 points. What glossy woven fabric takes its name from an ancient Chinese city? Time. Satin. 1,000 points. Violetta is the fallen woman referred to in the title of what classic Verdi opera? Jonathan.
Aida.
No. Ken.
La Traviata.
Correct. 1,100 points. What spy aircraft was Francis Gary Powers flying when he was captured by the Soviets in 1960? Ooh,
U-2.
right at the buzzer. Ken, congratulations! You are tonight's top mastermind. Jonathan, we'll see you next time. That means that Jeff and Ken will be going head-to-head in our ultimate trivia showdown. Can Jeff win $10,000 and take one step closer to becoming a mastermind? Find out when we come back. Welcome back to Masterminds. Jeff has won $1,000 and will now face the trivia legend, Ken Jennings, in the ultimate trivia showdown for $10,000. Here's how we play. This final round involves 5 questions. I'll read them one at a time, and Jeff and Ken will write down their responses. Once they've locked in, I'll reveal the correct answers. If Jeff gets the higher score, then he will win $10,000. And there's more. With a win, Jeff will return to compete again. And if he wins 2 more times, then he will be crowned a mastermind. Jeff, what will you do with the money if you win tonight?
There's an organization I really love called the National Council for the Social Studies. It's filled with trivia nerds like myself. And I will use the money to promote social studies as an important part of the curriculum.
I love that. That's a wonderful cause. I hope you win tonight, sir. Good luck. It is now time to find out if Jeff will win $10,000. Let's begin. Here's your first question. The base in base jumping is an acronym in which the B stands for what? Jeff, you said?
Boat.
Boat. Ken, you said?
Bridge.
Bridge. The correct answer is building. The places that you jump off from. And it's 0 to 0. Here's your second question. Which Ernest Hemingway work ends with the title character dreaming about the lions? Jeff, what's your answer?
The sun also rises.
The sun also rises. Ken?
The Old Man in the Sea.
The Old Man in the Sea. The correct answer is The Old Man and the Sea. And it's 0 to 1. Here's your third question. At the White House Easter egg roll, kids use spoons to race eggs made of what material? Jeff, you said?
Clay.
Clay. Ken, you said?
Wood.
Wood. The correct answer is wood. 0 to 2. So Jeff, you need to get this next one right to have a chance to stay in the game. Good luck, sir. Here is your fourth question. What capital of South Australia is named for the wife of Britain's King William IV? Jeff, your answer is?
Victoria.
Victoria. Ken, you said?
Adelaide.
Adelaide. The correct answer for a chance to stay in the game is Adelaide. Oh, I'm sorry, Jeff. Still, nice try. You won $1,000 and hopefully you had some fun. The legend legend continues. Well done, Ken. Join us next time to see who can outsmart the best players in the world right here on Masterminds. Good night.